Hello, guys. My name is Alpha. I know this is new and weird. I never really posted any Dead by Daylight content to YouTube, but this is my first, and I maybe want to get started on doing so. Dead by Daylight is my life. I've been playing for years. I might not have been playing for thousands of hours, but I would have because I did take a break a few years ago of like a year or two before I even touched the game again. But if I would have touched the games like I got the game since the game got when the game started, and then played it for a little bit, then took a break, played for a bit, took a break, and I'm back in it again. As you guys see my Twitch on AlphaWolf422, I stream every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, playing Dead by Daylight or sometimes other games like Alien Isolation, Dead. I was supposed to say Dead by Daylight, but For Honor or Skyrim. So I do play other occasional games, but Dead by Daylight is my main game. I do stream on Twitch because, well, it's a fun game for me. And as you can probably know, the title of this game is that I want to put my inputs on the next patch of 9.30. I'm bad at explaining things, but I still want to put my voice out there and my opinions. You can totally just ignore this or agree with or whatever, but before I honestly do get started, I do want to make a big shout out to another YouTuber that can explain it way better than I can. His name is Refined. I'll put his link and channel in the description below. You guys can check out his videos on his thoughts of the 9.30, but the how killer mains like such as myself, as you can see, I am an Alien main. I love the Alien franchise. It's the best for me. Even though I've been having shitty games, I don't win them all. I do occasionally play other characters, but I'm procrastinating. So my inputs are really is that it's gone to really shit. We are so piggybacking the survivors and hand holding, like to come to rage quits, to yeah, the slugging system and the whole tunneling and all that BS, but as we all know that tunneling and slugging is sometimes a good strategy. If you are doing it just to troll and just to be an asshole, then I get it. But there are times where you have to slug. Sometimes you have to, like, you're facing against a toxic team that they know what they're fucking doing. They're all in a call together, and they're purposely is just to troll the heck out of you. Yes, you have to slug because you carrying a survivor and you're trying to get the hook and everyone's there trying to flashlight save, pallet save, breaking the hooks right in front of your face. So yes, you have to slug in order to catch up to that person and slug them until you get all four people down. And as soon as that happens, they'll disconnect because they failed on their mission. I had dealt with that. I've seen YouTubers have done that. They purposely troll the killer and just for fun shits and giggles. But as soon as they fail, they'll disconnect. And as soon as you hit somebody, because they call a bullshit hit, they'll disconnect. You're Dead by this, yeah, catering to these crybabies who why even play this game? Like they're survivors these days. Yes, I do play both. I'm a survivor and a killer, but I'm 70-30. I play more killer than survivor. I don't go with survivor if I'm just playing with friends. Again, if you watch my Twitch, if I'm playing with my friends, I'll go to survivor because well, there's three of us, whatever. Can't do three killers, so um, you know, survivors are going out of wazoo and crying about it to the killers. So killers doing this slugging and blah 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 blah, and they're getting what they want. They're making killers such as myself and others to quit the game, to uninstall and just leave, and then they're winning in the end, aren't they? So If you really think of it, I don't know. I They're winning in the end. Soon as Refine said itself and so many other YouTubers you'll watch is they're saying instead of Dead by Daylight, it's going to be now Nursed by Daylight or Blight by Daylight. There's only two killers are going to be able to stand and be meta in this new game where other killers such as Ghostface and Michael and all these slow killers who are just going to cry and won't be able to play. Even my Xenomorph here, yeah, she's has her tail attack, but there's times where I can't even do shit. So I'm just saying it's going to come down to where it's just going to be only people two killers are going to be able to play in his Blight and Nurse, and I don't play any of those characters because I'm not good enough. I know I am not, and I don't like them. It's my playstyle. It's not my playstyle, right? But if when it comes down to where it's just going to be Nurse and Blight, again, the survivors are still going to try and find some ways to complain about it, and then it's going to be no killers, and then again, behavior is going to have no game whatsoever, and then these survivors will have to adapt and like, okay, well, there's no survivors. Fine, I'll be a killer and start learning killer, and then they're going to know it's going to be what it feels like to be on the other end of the table, like the other end of the fog. Like, oh, fine, I'll be a killer, to get a game going, right? But then they're gonna get the hate and slack and all the toxicity of how we get, and then they're going to understand how we fucking feel, and then even still, they're going to drive the game down to the series. Like again, I'm very bad explaining things. I might not be explaining things best, but I'm doing possible best I can. So today I'm going to stream. You're more than welcome to watch and or I'm still going recorded while I'm going to start streaming. I haven't started streaming yet, but I don't know. It's just my opinion. Dead by Daylight is going to shit itself. Even okay, so even if say the developers see this video or see the other, hear the other voices of the killer mains, right? They see this or hear this, and then they understand what they did, and then they know their mistakes, and they're gonna try to fix it, right? Even if they did, right? They took everything to say they did a whole reverse. Okay, they hit the reverse button, and they didn't decide to go through with this patch and the slugging system and how we're handholding the survivors to make sure they're all happy and not scared of a horror PvP game. This is a horror PvP game. They're still going to fucking complain and cry that, oh, they're taking our stuff away. They're going. They're still going to cry about it. There's nothing you can do to satisfy everyone. Yes, killer mains are upset with what's going on with the patch, and then if they reverse it, the survivors are going to be cry about it. You can make everyone happy, I guaranteed. But in a way, you can if you balance out 50-50. If you're going to add slugging system to the game, uh, faster gens and all this stuff, you gotta make the killers a lot faster and a lot more availability to adapt to these new changes instead of now slowing down the perks, slowing down the killers, and making them louder so it's easier to detect. Like Springtrap's, let's see, Springtrap's glitch trap was a lot more quiet and it's actually more stealthful play to win, right? But no, they got complained about, so now they made it louder than the actual default skin for Springtrap. So again, you have to realize that if you're going to add new stuff for the survivors, you have to again make the killers upgrade them as well to adapt to the new changes as well, make them a lot faster, or hit harder, or you can't really hit harder, but you know what I mean. Like I'm very bad explaining again, but you have to balance it out. If you're going to add anti-slug and you're going to add anti-tunneling and blah blah blah, that's fine, but as long as you again upgrade the killers as well, along with the patches to make it adapt and more playable for us as well. Um, because it is honestly ridiculous for me and many other killer mains. You have to listen to us, devs. Like, we love this game. I love this game. This is I don't I don't know why. I play thousands of other games. Like I said, For Honor, Skyrim. I play so many others, War Thunder, and so on and so forth, Minecraft. But this is the game I always go to when it comes to the end of the day. It's fun. It can be stressful, and like you want to throw your keyboard or your mouse or your computer through the fucking window sometimes. But at the end of the day, it's the hate and love relationship. You hate it slightly, but you love it. And I'm a big fan of Dead by Daylight ever since the start. But of course, I had to take a break from family matters and school and ways back then. But it wasn't a school. No. Anyways, so thank you so much for listening. But devs, if you do listen to this or anyone else who agrees with me, please leave a comment down below on why, if you agree or if I'm preaching here or anything, just let me know. Let me know why you quit the game and what you think you would done, what you have would have done to make it balanced. Like I said, if you're gonna make the anti-slugging, anti-tunneling, and whatever, right? You're gonna do add in those new patches for the kill survivor means to, parade around in their ballerina outfits, and then you're going to nerf killers perks, and you're going to nerf this and nerf that, and make them louder so it's easy to detect and it's easier for the survivors to go through everything. What would have you done to make this patch better for the killers and make it equal for everyone? I agree, and I would think again, if you're going to buff up the heck out of the survivors, you should buff up the heck out of the killers as well to make it even and fair, to make it again adaptable to it's still playable. Granted, I'm still going to try and still play through the 3.0 when it fully releases, and try my best to keep playing. But if I find out I'm getting more losses than wins, I'm sorry. I'm going to try to play a different game. That it's going to hurt me a lot because again, this is my go-to game. This is my go-to. So it's gonna be hard for me to go to another game, okay, and watch YouTube videos of Dead by Daylight and like not go to it. But I'm I am procrastinating and talking my ear off way too much about the same topic. So again, thank you guys for listening, and we're gonna play some games now, and you'll see some examples of what I'm talking about. And like, I'm not saying I'm the best killer main, best alien killer. I think I am because I've been playing a lot of hours on this, and she is, she's not 100, but I have been busy prestiging others because I like playing other killers. But yeah, you can definitely tell who my two mains are. But we shall continue then. Heck yeah, do some airy one grind. All right, see you guys in the stream, and thank you for listening.